talking
Nick
about?
Carter.
There were completely like different styles. There were completely different archetypes in the world of boy
in
bands.
Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter was never the forefront guy, just like Justin Timberlake was the forefront guy of NSYNC.
It was just a completely different dynamic, though.
You're
And
dynamic.
NSYNC did it better, even though I was a huge Backstreet Boys fan.
Sorry,
I have to admit,
O-Town did it best. Okay. No,
Liquid
Backstreet
Dreams,
Boys.
one song. Whoa. Fighting words. Thrown down.
All right, we're gonna throw down
But this is where they're gonna
fisticuffs
throw down.
in Overwatch this weekend.
Yeah.
AHQ, AF, gonna be Nepal. Control, first map here. AF did play it earlier on, and that's where we got to see Jin, who got the MVP of that map,
Yeah.
was really damn good. And we also got to see IDK and how well he was able to play on the Mercy to stay away from his opponents.
And then Lucid, of course, just really destroying everyone with that Zenyatta time and time again, getting the Transcendences. That's with an S at the end. That's the plural for Transcendence, by the way.
That's rubbing
We
it.
learned
All right.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can all be wrong. You know, even a broken clock. Wait, that's the wrong way. Broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
But that has nothing to do with being wrong once in a while.
It depends. What if it's an analog or digital clock, and so it doesn't have the hands? It has only an
That's
analog clock.
Still right.
No, broken like
At least once a
electronic
day.
clock would just
Oh, well,
not
yeah.
have like batteries in there.
Be
or
that
something.
guy.
I don't know.
All
All right,
that guy
so-
go to it.
We do have the Soldier 76 out of tune, dropping low. He's got the backup of Ty Dollar there to make sure he doesn't take any more damage, but oh no, he about to get demeched, and instantly they go in for the dive on the side of AF.
Yeah, they know the advantage, and well, Crafty wasn't even able to get a res off before he did get finished off and killed. Crafty will get a D-suit himself. You can see IDK sticky with the tune, giving him the damage amp just to make sure to do this damage from range, and they're not really holding back at all. Pushes straight into them to finish off the last man. This is a strong start. Very strong start out of AF. But to be fair, we also have AF as probably being the team to beat in this group.
I like what AF are doing here. So IDK had the opportunity to heal up Jin, but they gave it all to Lucid. So you see Lucid sitting at 70% now. Karis, though, is doing a great job. He's at 60, right behind him.
And they're going to have Trance way earlier, well, not way earlier, but earlier than carries.
Yeah.
IDK is only at 50% on his, though, so he's actually really even with Crappy, who gets dropped immediately by Arhan.
That's a good
just
trade.
Dives straight in.
That's a good trade. IDK can res him if he wants. He can res Jin. No, never mind. He cannot res Jin anymore. But there we go. They're trading back and forth, getting a little bit aggressive here. RAF, but with Arhan coming in, clutch pulse bomb, taking out Dizzy, even cleaning up Hee there. They're going to force them back. 40% on the board for the Freecs.
I mean, that's what they're playing like right now. I mean, look how aggressive they get, how much room they cover, distance they cover once they do smell blood in the water. Get that kill onto Crappy. They all dive in, trying to force the fight. And these are the first ultimates coming online for both these teams right now. We're at 55% already, and that's just how quickly, how clean most of these fights have been.
There we go.
Look at that.
Tune starts it off, takes out Dizzy, forcing out the instant res. IDK will have that Valkyrie soon, so they will have a secondary res available to them. Oh! Arhan, way too aggressive.
I don't know if they're going to use ults on this. I don't know. You still have a tune with his visor up. Arhan's not going to get res. Visor will come in. Won't have really many targets to go for as Eric does pop his Primal Rage, but he's already on very low HP.
Yeah, AHQ pushing forward now with the Transcendence and two-man Deadeye, taking out both supports on the side of AF, and so they will relinquish the point. It's 83% for freaking Freecs.
I think I'm going to go like super next level here.
Yeah?
I think Lucid and IDK purposely died to that Deadeye. Because you
Reset
don't
faster.
feed over ult percent either when you die like that.
Correct.
And they didn't commit any ultimates besides attack visor. They kept both support ultimates. He could have tranced to keep himself alive and to continue the fight. Could have tranced to keep a tune alive earlier on, but didn't bother.
Great discipline coming out from AF. Now Attune taking the outside track, trying to get them forced off of Statue as Arhan gets flashbanged up. Dizzy gets the headshot. There's the instant res coming out from IDK. Will they have to commit anything else at this point? There it is. The Transcendence comes out as the Primal Rage is being committed. Try to take out Dizzy and flashbang, keep him alive for now, but no, he gets Goomba stomped by Jin. Self-destruct did take out Ty Dollar though.
And IDK did pop his Valkyrie as well as Crappy, so they could res up a couple of people here. That's going to be Dizzy back alive, and Attune's going to have to worry about him as the flashbang's going to hit him. And AHQ have been fighting back 53%. Really good job by Crappy and IDK just to kind of ult when each other do, not to use it too early. You don't want to be the Mercy that does it first. And now Dizzy with his Deadeye up can just sit back and kind of let AF walk into them.
AF committed a lot of ultimates into the last one. They used the Transcendence, the Valkyrie was also used along with the Self-Destruct and the Primal Rage, and so now they're in a definite power trough here. While there's 2 ultimates, almost a third of Transcendence, Karis has been building these up super quick.
I think a lot of it's going to come on to Eric to stall quite a bit here. Maybe get back towards Lucid. The support core out of AF has really been, for the most part, unhindered in these fights, except for that double Deadeye. That'll be Eric jumping back, and the Rez going to come back up as well. Jin trying to focus on Mercy's his primary target on Crappy, but Carries does use the trance to keep himself up and to keep, most importantly, Crappy alive for while he could.
And honestly, Crappy just peeks his head up for a split second. He gets taken out, and Kara's falling here. This is going to allow AF to flip the point. It's at 90%. Someone's going to have to get on the point for AHQ.
It's going to be Rapid. Yeah, he's the closest one to do it. He's got his blink charges up, I believe, too.
Eric just jumps on with the Primal Rage.
Look at his HP. He has none of it. He Primal Rage and instantly lost 700 HP in just a matter of a second.
Now they do have the Valkyrie on the side of IDK, so they've got the chained healing going on. Arhan takes out Eric once again. He gets demegged, and there it is, a 2-man self-destruct coming out from Ty Dala, and AF looking to secure the first point here on Nepal.
There we go. It wasn't actually as clean as I expected it to.
Yeah.
I think so. AHQ, once they got the point, they're able to actually play pretty well from there on. But pretty well isn't going to win you maps, and I don't think AF. It's funny because most like quote unquote newer teams, like newer form teams, will always play better on control than do other map types, because it takes less strategy to win those, less like synergy. It's more like TDM kind of style.
Yeah.
So I would expect a team like AF to probably be strong on this map type than others, but I don't think that's been true. I think they've actually looked a lot better on all the other types than what we've seen. Because Control, I mean, even MC1 had a couple of like good rounds against them.
So now we'll see. Remember, this is a best of 3. We are in line with the competitive format. And you do play at home. We have a Far Mercy sighting. It's going to be a tune on it. We saw him earlier picking that up against MT1, and already the first frag comes on over. Dizzy has to get rezzed by Crappy.
Yeah, I mean, they have a Lucio, so they probably expected to be able to get out in time, but A2 just pre-fired. Sorry, they have it, AF, so they're able to get out a little bit quicker than AHQ. Completely lock down that doorway. Speed, and they're out of there fast. And that's going to be allowing A2 a lot of extra freedom. Like, they're still sitting high ground. They need to just rotate around. They're going to be spammed down, and the point's already being taken.
Free poke coming out, Rapid dropping low as he's going for that TVT up against Arhan. Arhan might actually lose this, both down to about 30 HP. Rapid, though, will give up on that. He's going to make his way on over to the Mega Health Pack here and get himself topped off, but in the meantime, it's AF just challenging them on the high ground, and at the point unlocked, they will take it, but they're losing bodies.
Wow, Crappy just survives barely there. Arhan not going to be flashbang just yet, doesn't really need it. Does he get to kill onto IDK, and initial control going on AHQ. Well, I can't say initial control because 9% did get through for AF. But I think it's far out of a tune, which we know him and Arhan can play from what we just saw earlier, what we've seen in the past. He's having a little bit of a tough time. Retaking a point with the far is very difficult to do.
Yeah, Attune, though, does have that. Barrage almost at the ready. The dive comes out. Dizzy dropped low, but he's got the pocket mercy there to keep him alive. He's trying to focus down the Pharah, and he will, as Attune kept himself in place with that barrage. He's going to be the recipient of that res. Here's the Deadeye. Dizzy doesn't get anything this time with it. Attune is now back on the field, takes out Karis.
We've been watching Dizzy a long time, but it's been interesting to see that Attune's been all over him, constantly pressuring that man, pressuring his counter.
Yeah.
To not let him feel safe, to not let Dizzy hit the shots that he was hitting just previously against Blank. Tadal does get himself a nice little double kill here, taking out Crappy, and eventually going to help turn the point around. But AF not looking as solid so far. Or I guess we could say HQ looking a lot more solid than they did against Blank. Looks like that little bit of a break they had was working out for them.
So 52% is what AHQ were able to accrue there, as the point does get flipped over for the Afreeca Freecs. But looking at this next fight, it's there's a parity here in terms of power. We have the Transcendence versus the Sound Barrier, but the Pulse Bombs, we'll see how well the Tracers can connect with these.
Look how aggressive Attune's allowed to play too. Yeah. I don't know where Dizzy is, but Dizzy needs to kind of punish him, not let him have this freedom that he's seeming to have. Actually, Dizzy was nowhere in position to stop him because Jin was just body blocking him.
Now we do have the flashbang, drops him low, but there is a Mega Health Pack here. Dizzy has to be careful. He's got the Mercy now. Sound Barrier comes out on the side of Freaker Freaks. He is going to get demech. Deadeye is ready. They did lose Hehe though, but it's going to be Rapid and Hero coming in to try and even this out.
Tadal does get res, does get resuited, and actually should be able to get a suit just a second. Eventually does do that, but AHQ been able to pick up quite a few kills. Eric taking out Lucid, who's actually the one playing Pharah for now, as they're running the Pharah and the Lucio. Cool. They're going to recap this one back here. Very close considering this, and now Dizzy with his Deadeye can sit relatively far back, and Attune can't really challenge out on him. If he pops the Deadeye, Attune's going to have to drop, get out of line of sight.
Yeah, it's going to come down to Jin here to just jump on top of that McCree and create an opening for Attune to get in on him. He does have the barrage, but lurk position coming out from Dizzy right now. He's just lining up these shots. Yeah, he's just waiting for it. There we go. He's hoping the Mercy's going to be there, but it connects onto Arhan. Crappy has gone down now, so they're going to have the res on the side of Afreeca Freecs. They've even got the Valkyrie if they want to commit into it. I don't think they do because they've already got the man advantage.
That 1 HP though, he almost killed Jin before he got the Primal Rage off because of the help of the flashbang. The points being contested by both teams. You can see, like you mentioned before, the 3-1. You can see how many people on each team are currently sitting there. And Attune with the barrage is holding on to this one. Feeling confident enough they can win the fight without it. 96%. Obviously down one map so far here on Nepal, but that's very close to actually taking this one back. And they do have the opportunity to. They have double support ultimates up, where only Lucid has that Valkyrie.
So once again, Pulse Bomb still up for Rapid, but it's the barrage that we're going to be looking at. Will Attune be able to get on top of his counter, take out Dizzy instantly? They're going to go straight onto the point. AHQ now.
Here comes the
barrage. Blast. Attune's trying to get himself into position. Point is being contested. There are 4 members on the side of AHQ here, but Eric has been dropped.
Oh, the bubble comes in perfectly to stop him from being flashbanged up on the resuit. Tidal gets back in the mech, and looks like they'll be able to take this fight pretty easily here. He's going to use his self-destruction to get back in his mech. Sorry. Yeah, he's already half HP before he can really do anything.
It's all 6 members of Afreeca Freecs here, and really, as much as Crappy can try and like fly around, he will eventually fall there. And with that, Afreeca Freecs looking to put a 2-0 victory here on Nepal. We do have Eric jumping in for some last-second contest, but he has no support. He's gonna fall, and with that, overtime ticks away. Afreeca Freecs taking the first map in this 4-game set.
I'm a big fan of Attune's Pharah, actually.
Yeah?
He had some like pretty good prediction shots, and again, like the surprise factor of like Pharah magically shooting rockets into the exit. When you don't have Lucio and you're against a team with the Lucio, there's no way you can take high ground control. And I don't think there's any way that AHQ could have predicted that there was going to be a Lucio on IDK there either. To assume that was going to happen. Maybe you can predict the Pharah, but that's the the flexibility of AF. That's the opportunity they have with having players on this roster who can play pretty much anything.
And I was really impressed by Jin. We saw that Jin was playing a very control-oriented Winston style, where he was making sure that Dizzy on the McCree was not finding that many openings. We saw every time Dizzy tried to go onto the high ground, that Jin was there just playing gatekeeper against him.
Well, even Attune was there. That he actually pressured him quite heavily with the Pharah off the get-go, not letting him get comfortable, knowing where the real threat is going to be on the side of AHQ. But, I mean, AHQ, they did take a map off flank. Hopefully they don't get too down on themselves. A little cheeky wink there. Because they have to focus up. We're moving on to Escort next, and that's going to be rough.
Yeah, and so that will be after our short break. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back.
我们是勇气，
我们是正义，
我们是怜悯，我们是决心，
我们是和谐，
我们是守望先锋。
All right, and welcome back. Our MVP of map number 1 there on Nepal. It's gonna be Ty Dalla for Afreeca Freecs, Jason.
Okay. I want to see the clips live.
Yeah, I want to see the reasoning why. I mean,
I feel like Arhan deserved it because his tracer play on Shrine was really good. How aggressive he could get. Maybe even like IDK deserved it on the Mercy. Played really well on Shrine. I'm not doubting it. I just want to see what it was. Okay, so you
good self-destruct kill.
All right. Take another double self-destruct kill.
Oh yeah,
here,
the double. Yeah.
So he gets for self-destruct. Okay, that's understandable. Not easy to hit.
Ty Dalla.
Nice guy.
He's looking real comfortable.
Speaks a little bit of English.
Does he?
Yeah. I was trying to talk to them earlier. I was trying to use a translator, and then he just like answered me in English. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. I just feel like an idiot now.
It's where he like did the really slow talk. So, what do you guys think about the new Mercy? Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, pretty much. It was pretty much one of those moments. I felt a little bit embarrassed. Nice guy, though. Nice guy. And they're currently leading 1-0 the series as we do move into our escort map coming up next. I will give AHQ credit, though. That was much better of a fight than I expected them to pull off on Control, especially after playing a 4-map series against Blank, where they got rolled for the first 2 maps. I'm not giving Blank the 3rd map on Assault, not with how Horizon Lunar Colony went. Taking almost 5 minutes to capture the first third of a first point.
Yeah, Blank's still not able to get a perfect series up against AHQ so far.
Another 3-1. Yeah. That's 3 3-1s in the course of OPC Season 2.
It's just trailing them. It's never going to leave them that curse up against AHQ. And now we'll see if AHQ can bounce back here against the Afreeca Freecs in our next map. It is going to be Escort. And so, kind of wondering where AHQ want to take this. Escort, traditionally not their best map type. Route 66,
I'm gonna guess Route 66 is the map
Route
we're going
66?
to. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that.
Yeah? What
Probably
makes you think that?
because our manager told us that already. Partially because I can see the lobby and I know we're on the map.
Yeah.
Partially because I also want to feel like a genius.
Why do you have to ruin the
Profit.
illusion, Jason?
There's no illusions here.
Illusions,
It's not like your chair's
Jason.
magically gonna put you taller than me, and people are like, oh my gosh, is Jamerson taller than Jason?
Yeah.
And then no.
Remember during Poland, where we were all level-headed on the desk and we had reinforced there.
No.
Everyone was like, "What? Is there like a portal there?"
Yeah, you can't do that. I mean, during what OWPS we were casting that you and Hex would have to stand on different objects.
Well, it was because of the fisheye lens on the camera. Okay, it was just,
No.
yeah.
Well, to be fair, because Hex was on a box, you were on like wood planks,
Yes.
so you're taller than Hex.
Not by much. Maybe like an inch and a half, 2.
Yeah, but
That would be-
when you're as short as Hex, every inch matters.
X, I'm trying my best to defend you here, by the way, if you are watching back at home.
1300
We miss
SR.
ya. 300.
Oh, it's 300 now.
He's lost 1,000.
Dropped 1,000 SR.
Yeah. He decayed. He decayed in his defense. we spent 6 weeks out in Denver for this. So yeah, Route
Good
66 is our next map
Stop
here.
watching movies to start, stopping his decay from happening.
Yeah.
Stop watching movies about sentient tires that kills people.
Well, like the problem is that we were, stuck in our hotel for the most part, and so trying to
Well, I mean,
play
we could have gone to
on
the
hotel
gym, but
We did, like 5 times. We almost averaged a trip a week.
Did you go 5 times?
Oh.
I don't know.
I went to the hotel gym.
That's
An extra time, so there was that. But now, AHQ loaded on up. They're going to be on the offense first. We've got the McCree coming out once again for Dizzy.
How are they going to dive a tune? When we saw AF playing early on against MT1, they could not deal with the tune on the soldier who played behind Big Earls and played so far away. MT1's dive couldn't deal with it, and AHQ aren't really even running the dive to deal with this. I don't think Dizzy's going to be able to hit like the 5 headshots in a row he's going to need to against the tune, because he does have IDK there off to the side to help him out as well.
He's hitting something. He's 50% towards his ultimate already. Tune's having difficulty trying to get some damage across right now. Arhan on this Tracer. Trying to find his way into the backline, and there it is. Dizzy starts it off. Jin has fallen, and he will be the recipient of the first Frez. IDK, this is what we're talking about. If the Winston goes down in the front line, the Mercies have to put themselves in such a vulnerable spot. Arhan gets flashed up, but will survive.
Yeah, Eric's actually able to get a kill on a Tidala and a kill on a Tune, so they've been able to actually push farther than MT1 was able to. They didn't even need to dive. They just forced AF to make mistakes.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
That they did push further
Oh,
than
okay.
MT1.
Oh, I thought they were laughing at Arhan just kind of playing hide and go seek with them from behind.
Peekaboo. More like peekaboo, really. But yeah, Arhan is on the lurk, and they know
Who
he's
was
there.
not here? We could say Pika-hoo.
But
Not
the
that
point
Pikachu.
is being contested. Here is the Deadeye. It connects onto 2 IDK. Oh, got the timing all wrong on that, so there's no res. It's a 6v4 fight on the point. It's in favor of AHQ. Jin answering back, though, taking out he, but the double res is there for Crappy.
That's the advantage of having your Mercy still alive. The payload's not pushing, though. Not sure why they haven't finished this one off yet. AF are still fighting strong. IDK is going to have his Valkyrie in just a few seconds. They can manage to hold on for a little bit longer. Lucid has fallen. Didn't have his Transcendence up anymore, but Atu was able to at least take one back in the meantime with his Tac Visor. And the Subsidy gets saved!
He got
Eric
saved.
knocks him behind the wall.
Oh man, the assist coming in from Eric there to keep him alive on the opposite side. Atu now still alive. He was able to get the Helix Rocket kill, taking out his hit scan counterpart. And with that, AF are going to be able to establish their defense here.
Considering you get a double kill with Deadeye and one of those kills is onto a Mercy,
Yeah.
I'm amazed AHQ didn't finish that. I'm amazed they got stopped 3 meters behind. And a majority of that was due to Jin, right? He picked up a double kill on the payload. He was able to stay alive on the payload for the most part, which allowed them to stop them from pushing.
And this is what we were talking about on Nepal, where Jin was playing that control style Winston, making sure that that Dizzy was able to do anything at all. We saw Eric trying his best to do the same with Attune, but still, now Attune at 75%, he's about to have another tactical visor, just farming it up on this Winston.
We had a great talk about the name Eric. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk about it here in a second, after the map maybe, or maybe after the half. But yeah, Attune again, high ground, sitting there, relatively safe. Arhan has gone down in a 1v1 against, well, 1v2 against Rapid and against Carries.
Tactical visor out, but it's shut down by that pulse bomb coming out from Rapid. Arhan is the recipient of the res. Secondary coming out as the Valkyrie is used. Transcendence now as a double down on side of Afreeca.
But even with him dying, AHQ still weren't able to pick up any subsequential kills. I think it doesn't help when IDK does pop his Valkyrie. And look at that. That push out of Tidala. It's an assassin. It's like the biggest assassin I've ever seen as a diva.
I mean, we saw yesterday what divas can do. K-Momo along with McGravy just frag out with it. Jin, though, is the one that's fragging out, picking up a double kill as, yeah, they're giving them the selfless treatment.
13 seconds left to go. I don't know if they can touch the payload at this rate, if they continue to hold this position. If only someone's able to sneak through, like a Samba switch, touch the payload, might have been able to back cap. Eric's going to die for has a chance to get there. The res will come in, and I believe that's going to do it.
Yeah.
AF going to hold HQ to first point yet again.
AF with another full hold here on Route 66. They're going to be sitting pretty here now on their offense. I mean, sure, the payload was just shy of that first checkpoint, but we've seen what AF can do on their offenses.
And Eric's not looking too happy there on your screen. HQ having a rough day, to say the least.
Yeah, their doubleheader and having to face off against, well, Afreeca Freecs for their final match of the evening. It's a tall task ahead of them.
I'd rather play AF second than first. At least you've warmed up and stuff. But if I had the best, the actual choice, the ultimate choice, I would just not play AF at all if I were them. Today I would have just played one match if that was a possibility.
Ty Dalla, all smiles over there.
I wonder how old he is. He has a little bit of gray hair.
Well,
makes me feel better about my age and my gray hair.
You're 41.
Close. I'm getting there. Actually, I'm younger than you now that I think about it.
By like a few months.
No.
Yeah.
You're like 36?
Yeah. 38 actually.
You're looking for your age.
Yeah, I know. It's when I hit like 45 where it's gonna be like boom, right downhill.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were trying to talk about Eric, the name. It's just such a weird name to have as your alias.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Mine's my name as well, but like you look at everyone else on his team, Dizzy, Rapid, Hee.
But like over
Carries.
in Chinese Taipei, Eric, that's a kind of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Exotic name,
exotic.
Right? And so it's kind of like, how in North America, a lot of people,
Shinobi Dragon.
Like, yeah, Shinobi Dragon or Masamune. Man, we are.
You had a better one earlier. Amaratsu.
No.
Sharingan.
We were talking about getting contacts. That's a completely different story there, Jason.
I know, but you had a better name earlier on.
Yeah.
So AF on the attack, Arhan gonna be on the Genji, Attune gonna be on the Widowmaker.
All right, Attune. We'll
One
see what
death
they've
can
got.
pretty much like sell this second map victory here for AF if AHQ's not careful.
On the defense for AHQ, they're going for a triple tank setup here. Dizzy is now on that Roadhog. He's going to be forced back. Attune now, they're buying him the space for it, but he's not quite connecting the crucial shots he needs. It's difficult when you're going up against the triple tanks.
Yeah, but look at this high guard. He's been able to transition. He's been able to force them into the cavern. Just gonna be some free hits for him. He's actually looking for the Mercy now. Gets the charge shot. Gets Crappy down very low. Crappy's gonna fall to Taidala.
Yeah, the body shot with the follow-up booster rocket kill onto Crappy, and now things are starting to fall apart. Attune finds the head of Rapid. The only answering frag on the side of AHQ is onto Attune, who gets instantly rezzed by IDK. And with that, payload is chugging along for Afreeca Freecs.
So they should be able to test this one. You have carries on Lucio to help speed back people who are going to be a little bit low or slow. Rapid should be the one to touch it, or Eric, preferably Eric. Look at positioning. I mean, AF had all the time to set people where they want to. You can see Jin just sneaking by the doors. The payload, it's going to be touched here in a second. I would hope it's going to be touched. There we go. They'll at least contest for now. Arhan, the Blade company coming out.
Saw what he can do with the Blade before. He's already got one kill, taking out Eric. He's on the hunt for more, but he doesn't have a dash reset. But there it is. Ty Dalla comes in with another two-man self-destruct, and with that, AF about to put their second map on the board here up against AHQ.
And I'm not really sure if the self-destruct is going to be able to kill much of anything.
5-man? No, okay.
That would have been sick. But no, that's going to do it. AF with relative ease. Easy day for them so far. 2-0 in the lead of the series.
They're 2 maps away from basically securing their spot in the knockout stage next week.
If they didn't secure their spot being 8-0, then I would really be confused.
Yeah, the math there. It's very difficult to
like somehow they actually get like knocked out of groups. Like, how does that happen? If it was MVP space, it'd be even funnier. It'd be like, you go 2-1 in groups and then you still get knocked out.
Yeah.
Like
Great performance. I mean, it looked good, right? On the onset of the AHQ offense, it was just them on the kill feed, and then they had the scrap right short of the checkpoint, and somehow, despite a 2-man Deadeye that caught onto the Mercy, they weren't able to complete it out. Now, you were pointing at something, Jason.
Oh, yeah, it was just because they gave Lucid 11 upvotes.
Yeah.
I mean, cool guys don't upvote themselves. I don't know, they're having
when
fun,
do you get the legendary? Is it at 11?
10.
10. Okay. It's been a while since I've been upvoted. just...
I know that feel.
Yeah.
No one does that anymore. No one votes
No
anymore.
one votes anymore because you no longer have to wait, but you're going to have to wait as we're going to take a short break before we move into the second half of this match.
历史属于王者。你知道我是谁？我上了，准备好。 乖乖躺着别动。50秒，又少了一个。毁天灭地，还没受够。
他们来了！
回来的感觉真好。
最近怎么样啊？
抱歉。
哦，伙计。
根据我的计算，老虎不黄了，上！
老兄，我现在都无法直视你了。
我觉得他们没有什么太大的战术，就是以基本功稳扎稳打，然后他们6个人攻势非常的好，所以说很轻松的可以拿下一场胜利。像我们 OPC 的话，我们是以一些骚套路或者是一些战术的方面来去赢得这场胜利。然后我们这次来到 APAC， 我们也准备了很多骚套路，请各位尝尝。
일단 다시 APEC 시즌 2를 와서 너무 기분이 좋고요. 일단 와서 중국 음식을 맛있는 걸 많이 먹어서 더 좋은 것 같아요. 저희가 저번 시즌 1 때 로고한테 패배해서 8강으로 떨어졌거든요. 근데 이번에는 무조건 우승을 노리고 왔기 때문에 우승을 하겠습니다.
And so there you have it. Arhan, disappointed in his performance last year at APAC, getting knocked out by Rogue, but they're on great track to make it into the top 8 for next week.
Are we gonna ignore the fact he talked about the food?
The food's delicious, though.
I like where that man's head is.
Yeah.
Or his stomach is, I guess.
Priorities. And it's going to be Jin this time on the side of Afreeca Freecs. The tank line getting a lot of love here today.
Yeah, actually quite a bit. Not a lot of damage done, but And again, the map didn't really last that long.
No,
it was Route 66, and it was over relatively quickly. Looks like he might be having some technical issues as well on stage, so maybe it's because he didn't get, you know, when he got MVP, it's like, I didn't get my 20 kills, so.
He didn't. I mean, how do you? The match was only about 5.5 minutes long.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And we're going to Assault next as well, so we could see another 5.5 minute match.
Possibly. Possibly. I mean, this is, though, AHQ's best map type. We talked about it before, 75% win rate on it. They're going to Anubis, though, I believe.
No, we're going to Horizon.
Oh, okay.
So they're similar. You know, one's in the desert and one's on the moon. Close enough.
They barely lost that.
Technically, the moon's a desert. I think.
I mean, there's no water.
Jinx.
That we know of yet.
Elon Musk will help.
Yeah.
Send us to Mars for the
SpaceX.
first esports tournament.
Let's go.
So that the Yankees invested into esports to Echo Fox.
Yes, they did.
OWL Season 2, Echo Fox. You have no excuse now.
Yeah.
Get a spot in New York.
Get the subway rivalry up against the other New York slot.
Boston.
Yeah.
Be fun. Be good stuff. Can't wait to see actually what regions or like what cities or like how many teams joined for OWL Season 2.
Yeah. I know Hex is back home still lamenting the fact that Chicago doesn't have a team quite yet.
Okay. They just won like the World Series like what, last year, 2 years ago?
Sure. I'll agree with you on that. Because I have no clue. I don't watch sports, man. It's all esports for me. All right? Now, Afreeca Freecs looking to secure this victory. Ty Dalla is really feeling himself.
If I was a woman, I'd hit him up. Be like, hey, what's up?
I mean, I'm not a woman. I'd still hit that up. What's up, dude?
He's a person.
Let's
He's
chill.
not a that. He's not an it. He's a man, all right? He has feelings.
You're right.
He's much more than a sexy diva player. He's a DPS
Doing a
player.
great job, yeah.
So Horizon Lunar Colony, AHQ almost pulled off a 5-minute and 12-second hold against Blank, though that was more due to Blank messing up than AHQ performing well. They had their interesting, and as you saw in the video from Eric, unique composition, running the Solar Healer Mercy with the Torbjorn, Orisa, Junkrat.
They did end up swapping that out with the Widowmaker also.
Yeah,
but they swapped out the Junkrat for the Tracer the second time around. But hey, Afreeca Freecs. Gotta imagine they've been sitting in the back watching these games just to secure this victory, and they have to know that this composition is going to be in play. You have to prepare for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're too worried though. I don't know. I mean, looking at them on stage, just looks like another day on the job for them.
Yeah.
Not really too pressured. Haven't really been pushed at all the entirety of today's games. And when on Sunday they have a single match, and then that's up against Blank.
Yeah.
I think that's like one of the final games of the day, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's potentially like the second game.
Second game, yes.
Yeah.
So
Should be a good one, actually. I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, me too. But this is the match we're looking at right now. It's we're loaded onto Horizon Lunar Colony, and again we have that offensive Sombra coming out on the side of AHQ. Dizzy on that Widowmaker. This is what they attacked with last time.
And AF, I mean, there's really nothing to dislodge him from here. So it's going to be hard for Dizzy to really get a good position because he has to get way too close to them dropping on him for him to get a good shot up on that high ground. He's going to have to like grapple away, but then he can be jumped on. He gets a nice little headshot though on a tight arm. He's on a half HP. And then engage is going to happen. They're looking direct. They're like, all right, you know what? You're on Widow. I don't care. Let's just go for the Mercy. But there you go. Dizzy shuts
the
Jin
bait
down.
And switch. Dizzy is able to get the kill onto Jin. And the res, though, comes in for Eric. So now they've got the man advantage as IDK, there's no way he can go in for that res. There's no way, especially if he gets taken out by Hee.
Gets the res on a Lucent. Tidal is trying to force Dizzy out. Fedspitchix will eventually finish off here. Tidal will get desuited and get killed off too. So actually, HQ, a strong first point take here. Can they transition it into a strong second point take? Point take.
It's one of our new tongue twisters that we push forward with.
Unique New York. Point take.
Unique New York.
Point take.
But now, the only ultimate online so far is going to be that Empress Sight. Rapid will have a Pulse Bomb soon along with Arhan, so we'll see. It's going to be down to both Tracers to really find that clutch one. But now, Karis, he's got the EMP at the ready. He spots out Tracer that's low. He tries to go for that individual hack onto Arhan. He doesn't get that health pack, so he has to back away.
He doesn't rehack the Mega though. And HQ have been already able to poise their position onto the point. Postbone could come in any second now from Rapid. Look for the right target. EP has gone down. He's going to attach it onto, I believe there was a Mercy. IDK's going to fall. They've already lost Eric. They've already lost carries though.
Yeah, now they still have members on the point. Arhan trying his best to keep this in favor of AF, but the respawns are finally coming in. Transcendence going to be popped as Arhan drops.
And carries dies again. I don't know if they're going to have a res for him this time. Arhan's going to get res back up a tune. This tack fire is looking for the kill to Crap. He's going to get that. And that actually should be enough to shut this down. Dizzy still on Widowmaker from main. Not sure he's been able to hit too many shots. Able to do some decent damage, yes. Decent damage isn't going to win you these fights. It's not going to win you these points, as they have been able to hold them back on the first third.
They're just going to stagger out this D.Va. Give the ultimate charge on over to Jin, who used that Primal Rage in the last fight for the stall. So 5 minutes and 20 seconds back to the drawing board for AHQ, and this is what they're going to be changing up. They've got the Soldier 76 now coming out for Dizzy, along with Karis swapping off onto the Zenyatta.
I like IDK in that position too. Like, who's going to ever kill him? Because he can dodge a lot of the damage coming from the low ground. You have to dive him, and even that, hitting the jumps and his position when they have double take up there as well is going to be very difficult to do.
Yeah, I mean, if the Winston tries to jump in, just D.Va booster rocket, knock him back, he doesn't get the land. Oh, that's a great pick. Arhan is down.
They're going to get the res though, and IDK is going to fall from this one. Really risky to do that, as we've been talking about. Arhan's going to eventually fall as well, as he did get res. AF had to play from the back foot, so going to come in to buy some time. Not going to get any kills. And HQ going to get some real progress done on the point.
Yeah, 3 members down. Arhan has respawned. He's going to swap off onto the Genji. We do have the Valkyrie coming out from IDK, but he gets sniped out of the sky.
And Dizzy gets the kill, showing that AHQ isn't the only one to take down Valkyrie Mercy. Arhan's going to get the kill from a reflect.
That's a feels bad moment. If
Should
I've
be a
ever
hold.
seen one, yeah. They will be able to force them back with that frag. But on the side of AHQ, they were able to secure the tick at the very least, but Arhan on cleanup duty takes out the retreating Karis.
4 minutes and counting now, as they have been able to capture the first third here for AHQ. Gonna have a Visor, gonna have a Valkyrie. So they at least have that sort of advantage, having the reses versus the Transcendence. And there's someone on the side of AHQ that I think that can even force Lucid, especially like a Zen of his caliber, to use his trance too early. If anything, Eric is going to need his Primal Rage, get him in a corner, and then force tilt from that. Then you can transition to your own ultimates, but I don't think Dizzy should be able to accomplish too much with his own visors. Arhan goes in with the blade, switches to Genji, or sorry, still playing Genji, and he's cleaning up. It's a nice triple.
Yeah, triple kill coming out.
But they
from
Valkyrie
Arhan
this.
there. It's going to be the Valkyrie. They only bring back 2, even though they lost 3. They will finally answer back, taking out Arhan, but still it's the Madden advantage once again for Afreeca Freecs. Really odd decision making coming out from AHQ there.
I really don't understand what they were trying to do off that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to like push off the back of the blade being down and having people there that they could kill instead of having them sit back on point. I'm not sure. I don't know if I fully agree with that. But they got Transcendence, but the problem is that AF have double support ultimates now, and they still have their own visor.
3 minutes now left on the clock for AHQ. They need to find more here. They've already secured 1 tick, but I mean, they've had 3 minutes burned away. Now they're going to approach from the bottom hand side. They're on top of IDK. They're going to try and get the micro missiles onto him, but no, he's getting pocketed this entire time. Here comes the self-destruct out from the side of Afreeca Freecs. Nothing coming of it. He does get the D-Mech onto Hihi, so that's an opening for them as Arhan wants to get on this Genji, lighting up the kill feed. And so there we go.
Sorry,
another kill.
My nose is
Dizzy
going
goes
crazy, sneezing like every couple of seconds here. I mean, that's how it goes on Assault, right? You get 1 or 2 kills. Can't get 2 alive unless you invest your Valkyrie, and even then, that's a risky endeavor.
Man, Afreeca Freecs sitting in a really comfortable position. They've got the Valkyrie, they have another blade, they both offensive ults up now as a Toon has the tactical visor for himself. But on the opposite end, AHQ with 2 minutes left to go. They're going to move in with both tank ultis, but here it is. Dragon Blade engaged, coming out. That's going to be 2 supports going down to 1 swipe of Arhan's blade. And with that, that is ult economy if I've ever seen it.
Remember what I said earlier on about AF and about Arhan and Genji? Vision told me in the scrims against them, at any second they knew when he was playing Genji, he could pull off a clean, quick 6K. And you can see right there, picking up a clean, quick triple is enough to shut down the attack.
Now, AHQ building up their ultimates. They've almost got the tactical visor, but they don't have the support ultimates behind it here. So we'll see how well AF fare in this next engagement. AHQ, Rapid, in the lower right-hand corner is just on the lurk with this pulse bomb, trying to spot anyone out. Is not going to connect with that pulse bomb.
I think the fadeaway only works for Kobe, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not going to work for him here. Arhan's eventually fall, yes, but they're still going to have a res to pick back up. Lucid just got his Transcendence as he gets picked off here by Eric, so a good timing by AHQ to know when that Trance was going to be up, but still Arhan is alive, he's still fighting, and this third, it looks like it's going to be all they're going to get. Still a minute left to go though, but they've already wasted their Valkyrie in that fight.
Yeah, they were spending, they spent the last 2 minutes building up these ultimates and they got nothing off of it, not even a tick here. And so now, the Freecs on the verge of putting a hold onto AHQ here on point B. They're gonna have the Transcendence. Lucid didn't have to use that after he got res into the fight, and it's Arhan that's got another Dragon Blade.
Yeah, he's been quickly stacking these up, and he's been making them so effective. The last two he's used has netted him 3 kills each time. Carries though, he's gonna have his Trance to stop this blade. He should be using it right now. No real burst potential this time. But that's a big ultimate knockdown, and Crappy somehow dives through all of this. They pick up a double kill somehow through the Transcendence, and that's gonna do it. 10 seconds left to go. You have to be able to touch the point, but they've lost too many people to really make a big mounted attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there might have been a Winston barrier there blocking out the healing from the Transcendence. And so with that, only 62.7% on the board for AHQ on point B. So Afreeca Freecs, they set themselves up with a really great win condition here to get the victory in this 4-game set.
Yeah, and then get themselves one step closer to pretty much guaranteeing themselves through into next week. Again, Arhan, the man on the screen there. What's his revenge? He wants to be able to pick up the win where Rogue knocked him out last year, and unfortunately Rogue couldn't be here this year. Would have loved to have seen them as defending champions, even though the roster would have been a little bit different.
One more time.
Yeah, there's actually, so they're still scrimming.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the people within the Rogue organization today, and saying that they're still scrimming together as a team at the moment. So I'm not sure what's been going on with, you know, the rumors about Unco and OWL and such, but they're still playing. I don't know what tournament is coming up next for them that they could potentially participate in.
BlizzCon.
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Holy crap, I'm an idiot. Because that's exactly what the person told me to, and I just somehow forgot it twice. I am an idiot.
It's okay. We're going to blame it on your sinuses.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Literally, no, I can show you the messages where they told me that exact same thing. I'm like, oh yeah, and I have to have it twice in a row on the same day.
So I am taken aback by how amazing this venue is. This stage is just taking a look at it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I didn't realize that on the backside wall, they have these LED panels where they display the map. So Horizon is there. I don't know if we actually get it on screen, but the panels you see right there we go. They're coming into view right now. We got Horizon on those. Yep. This is an amazing venue.
That's why I've been actually, like, a couple of games now, I've been just turned around watching the screens so that everyone else in the house can see.
Yeah?
Like, they have contacts finally, so I can actually read the screen and see it. Thank God. But it's definitely a sight to behold here. I was going to say, if you're in the Shanghai area, you guys should come join, but if you're in the Shanghai area, you're probably watching the Chinese stream.
Or, you know, come and take a casual 14-hour flight on over. Okay, so here's the defense coming out from AHQ. We saw this before. Torbrissa coming out along with the Widowmaker. They're going to instantly put Rapid on the Tracer, though. Now, dive in the hands of Afreeca Freecs. Arhan, we've seen what he can do with his Genji.
Trying to bait out a shot. They're going to jump. They're going to do exactly what Blink did. Jump directly into the turret, trying to deal with it that way. See if they can perform a little bit better. They have been able to take the turret down. Arhan has been able to secure that, but Eric's been able to get the kill onto him, forcing the res to be used in a tune on the counter Widow.
Crappy's gone. Crappy is gone, and now they are starting to lose bodies on the side of AHQ. Dizzy trying his best to keep this alive, but it's 3 members down of Afreeca Freecs. They've got 4 members here on the point as they're about to make their approach on in. Orisa trying her best. She does have the Fortify up as a tune. Tries to man up against that, but he will not be able to get that kill. And with that, AHQ might be able to hold on to point A for now.
Comes down to Rapid up against Tidala here.
Oh, the Buddy Blaster.
He's going to get the kill, and they might be able to pull off the hole. Dizzy gets the revenge on him, and that's going to be Rapid being rezzed back up. Jin's going to fall because he gets body blocked.
But they're still fighting back into this. They're going to reset now on the side of AF. And so we'll see where Karis sets up his next turret. Arhan already taking one down. Oh! Oh, Rapid! Living up to his name, quick and fast, right into that Zenyatta's face with a pulse on, forcing out the res from IDK.
So now resless. IDK doesn't have his Valkyrie just yet, about 1% away.
Yeah.
We'll use it here. The turret's set up. The turret doesn't have Molten Core available. As Carries just now gets it online. But Arhan with the blade is going to go directly for that Widowmaker. Some of his teammates there actually said he's going for the Mercy. Crappy's going to fall. The Moth has died yet again with 1 HP. He almost escapes. Eventually he'll be finished off.
Yeah, we'll see the res comes out on the side of IDK, on the side of AF. It's going to be Arhan that gets it back in there. They're trying to get rid of this turret. Arhan, the deflect gets a kill onto Eric.
Did not honestly expect that. I thought he was going to die immediately.
What a twist!
All right. That's how I like my stories,
Yeah.
not my movies. Little sneaky twist in there, and Arhan's still alive. They actually Star pushed up here, and he wants to kill the turret yet again, or at least go for that one. Doesn't have the people to dive in with as the Toon's going to fall. The self-destruct being thrown in on the side of Hehe to get it remexed back up to go, but Crappy's down yet again. Kala's really focusing this man. Actually, everyone's focusing this man, to be honest.
Now they're after the dwarf. They're going over for the battle bongos now, just transitioning from target to target is this dive. Great job coming out from Afreeca Freecs, and with that, I mean, they did a great job on the side of AHQ of burning some time off that clock. 1 minute and 12 seconds is what they had left before they captured it.
You know what I really want to see?
Yeah?
Like a Gimli Torbjorn skin.
I would love that.
And like a
I would love
Legolas,
that. Please.
a Legolas Hanzo skin.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think there's any other ones I can think of that like would match in the universe. But Arhan Blade ready to go. You only need to get, what, 63% to close out this map and close out a 3-0 lead.
They secured a tick for free. Just like that. They've got the tick for free. The blade is coming out from Arhan, but it's Ty Dala takes out Karis there. The res is there, but Arhan just sitting right outside of spawn, just slashing away, takes him out. Second tick comes on in, and that's going to be Afreeca Freecs securing their victory, their second victory of the day.
I just imagine AHQ and spawn just like, Arhan, please.
Please, we have families.
Let us out the door.
Yeah.
Don't ruin the hold the door thing. I still have not caught up on Game of Thrones, so I still don't know what that means.
I have a general idea.
I've seen one episode of it, season 7, episode 1.
No, I'm
which is
still
like
on,
the most weirdest episode to start on.
I'm still on like season 3.
I
so
tried watching
I'm way
episode
far
1,
behind. Yeah.
and it didn't pull me. It didn't grab me. I mean, how can I watch Game of Thrones when I have Overwatch to play? You know?
Priorities.
Blizzard needs
I understand.
some severe downtime on the servers to allow me to watch Game of Thrones finally.
Yeah, I mean, it was mostly during like the off season where I would try to catch up on like my entire queue.
Yeah.
But now the off season's only like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
What do I do? There's only so many hours in the day, guys.
It's true, it's unfortunate. But AHQ currently 1 in 6 in maps today.
Yeah.
0 and 2 in the series. Fortunately for them, it might be a short trip here to Shanghai, China, but luckily for them, it's also a short flight home. As I believe, we're not knocked out officially just yet. It still comes down to what happens with MT1, and of course happens with Blank. There's still a possibility for a 3-way tie.
We'll see if AHQ can get another map on the board after this short break, guys.
It feels like I'm standing still.
Let's get it.
Hey, man, don't give up. Let's get patched up. Max healing boost. We move together as one. Oh, feel that healing beat.
All right, welcome back. And our MVP for map number 3 there on Horizon is going to be Arhan, and why the hell not? Those Dragon Blades time and time again coming out from him. Super impressive to see.
Do you know how many kills you got with this blade in the entirety of that map?
A lot.
Can you give me a number?
Like, a lot, team.
Overwatch fact check. A new mission for you if you choose to accept it.
I'm going to go with, I want to say 21.
I'm going to go 13.
13?
I'm going to go 13 or 15.
Okay.
Someone will tweet it to me.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
there's
no, his
a
blade,
1.
this is
There's
what we talked
3, at least.
Yeah, you got at least 6 from like the 2 blades.
There's,
He gets 8.
4.
2 more here.
5.
No, that was not a blade.
That was a
blade. That was a
blade?
dash.
That was a
It was
blade.
a dash kill.
Oh
That's
my
not a blade.
God.
Don't even talk with me about semantics, Jamerson. Arhan. I love how he always talks about food. Even in the interview earlier on today, they asked him, like, what do you think of the food? He's like, it's really good.
Well, that's also just me in a nutshell. I mean, I've only got 3 states, right? Where I'm thinking about food, I'm eating food, or I'm thinking about the food I ate.
Or dreaming about the food. Is that kind of thinking about the food, I guess?
Man.
I expect you to go like all Austin Powers for me.
Like FB?
No, like when he's in the nut. He's trapped in...
I don't remember that scene. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best to bounce off of you
We have
here,
3
Jason,
days
but,
off.
yeah.
We can cut off in the bed. Actually, my bed is massive.
I've got 2 beds.
It's not really long,
Yeah.
but it's really wide, so I can make it really long if I lay it sideways, but it's like insanely big. I don't even know why they make beds that big. It's like Yao Ming was there lying
Well,
on
they're
it.
trying to account for your height.
Yeah, but it's not that long, it's just really
No,
wide.
that's why you have to sleep diagonally, Jason. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
I have
the
Connect 4.
hypotenuse.
Where?
is the-
Diagonally. Like, I don't remember how that phrase goes, how that line in the commercial goes. But we're going on to our 4th map. It's going to be hybrid. And we're going to see if maybe AHQ can do it again. Maybe they can take a 2nd map so far in the day. But up against AF, I think that's a little bit of a different beast than Link.
I mean, we are going to be going on to King's Row for our 4th map here. And
If you could choose the next map's location, where would you choose for it to be?
that's a good
I have an
question.
idea.
We don't have a Southern American map yet. So maybe
The Bonnie is
Brazil.
Africa.
Go to like the slums that like Lucio's from.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking like bottom of the ocean.
Bottom of the ocean.
You're just underwater.
Space Sea Lab.
Yeah, basically
Sea Lab.
You're underwater.
2221.
And you get to see like you get to see because you never see animals in the world of Overwatch, do you? Because this is like in the future, right?
We have the holographic fish on.
Right, but
on
I want to see like under the water, like bottom of the ocean, and you get to see like the light, like the oceanic life, the marine life. I guess is the correct term if I'm not an idiot. In Overwatch.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Like Horizon Lunar Colony, but underwater.
We need more lore. Michael Chu, I'm looking at you. One of the,
I'm not Michael Chu. I'm Jeff Kaplan.
You are Jeff Kaplan. All right, so we're loading on to King's Row here for our 4th and our final map of day number 2. APAC Premier 2017 AHQ looking to put another map on the board for themselves. They are on the offense. They're going to go with the triple tank once again. Rapid now on that Roadhog for them. But it's going to be the dive once again. The 2-2-2 coming out from the side of Afreeca Freecs.
I think Toon, well, I think Arhan should have told Toon to respect Dizzy a little bit more, because Dizzy was handling Arhan on the Genji, or on the Trace earlier on. Had some really good flashbangs. Again, that's the versatility of AF.
Dizzy just overstaying his welcome on the high ground there. They had the plan out. Arhan, though, does fall. The res comes out, but Atun is able to get the D-Mech and the frag onto Hihi, but AHQ are answering right on back rapidly.
And again, IDK, he chooses to res Jin instead of Arhan earlier on, instead of Tidala. Chooses his priority as Jin's able to help clean up these kills. Yeah. He's able to get back in from spawn. Again, we're in such early stages of Mercy and the meta and the changes. I still think it's really interesting to see what teams who choose what to res. And I think over time, people will be a lot more cautious about who they're resing and where.
Yeah, definitely. But I think, you know, when you have the choice of a Tracer or a Winston, you want that extra staying power. The Winston's actually a pretty good choice.
Unless like Tracer has Pulse Bomb, and that's like stuff you have to communicate. Like, all right, res me, I have ult, or something like that. And then, you know, to make the decision, you can either make or break your defenses.
That's why in my solo queue games, I just lie. I'm like, yeah, I'm 90% towards my ult when I just use it.
I almost have grab, but you're playing Tracer. Yeah, exactly.
I'll deflect it.
You're playing Tracer. I'll recall it.
Oh man, Arhan just doing work with his Genji so far. Now he does have to face off against his tank line. Deflect coming on in. There's the Orb of Discord on that D.Va. Trying to make her way on over. We'll get the mega health back. Arhan's got to be careful. The micro missiles do so much damage.
He's just delaying his own death, I think. He's going to get desuited.
He will.
You don't even necessarily need to kill him here. They can just let him run away. Or kill him.
They went with kill him.
Good choice.
Yeah. But here's the blade now for Arhan. Transcendence immediately to answer it. Arhan gets flashed up, taken out. Instant res coming out from IDK. He's able to escape with that Valkyrie, but Crappy has the res of his own.
So Arhan's still alive. They have everyone up on both sides. No reses for either team. No Valkyrie up for most importantly for IDK, as Crappy's going to have his up. Lucy's going to have Transcendence to buy them some time.
Oh, but Dizzy's getting focused down. He's dropped down to a sliver of his health, but the res is there. Crappy. What? Nice pulse bomb. It's not going to be able to convert into a kill, though. Flashbang kill taking him on out. Crappy's still in the sky with a Valkyrie form. There's the Transcendence now as Afreeca Freecs are trying to fight back into this. They have to be careful. Primal Rage is their AHQ. Rapid still with this hog. Gets a nice hook. Arhan will survive that for now, as they're going to force them back once again.
Such a random pulse bomb, too. It's not even meant for that target, but he has Blade yet again. Arhan, his ult generation is ridiculous so far on Genji. Really putting down the damage where he needs to. Then again, it helps just like triple tank on the enemy side, so you can just build up free ults over and over again.
Yeah.
As long as you play safe. IDK getting close to his Valkyrie yet again. Way ahead of Crappy. Rapid!
Ooh.
He just took about 400 damage in a split second from Lucid. I think with the Orb of Destruction coming in with the Discord. Blade coming out for Arhan, gets flashbanged up and does die, but gets res back up yet again.
Yeah, res is from both sides, but Arhan is back in the fray here. Deflect gonna go down now. Dizzy is on the hunt. He just got the flashbang up. He's gonna be able to get the Fan the Hammer, take him out, and now they got the man advantage as they push forward. Does AHQ.
20 seconds remaining. They do have 2/3 of the point taken. Still have a tune in towards the back trying to stall. Deadeye is up for Dizzy, and I think we could see AF go for another contester. Dizzy almost dropping again to Lucid. He comes in with the Transcendence. He's going to contest the point for now. Can AF reinforce time? Dizzy, is he going to use that Deadeye to hold them back?
Yeah, he's just trying to find the positioning right now, but we'll see. It's going to be Rapid that gets the heads-up kill onto Atun, and we hear the Valkyrie getting sounded. It's out for both sides now as the Resurrections are coming out. Now, Dizzy trying his best to stay alive. He's dropped down low. He's got the health. No, he doesn't. He falls. There's the res coming out from Crappy.
And the Deadeye could still be used, and he will get one kill on the IDK to stop them from finally reinforcing the point. And it's going to be Jin just trying to stall, trying to run now and get away and escape with his own life. Will be jumped on. And he will eventually be finished off, but that was still really close. Finishing in overtime, or capping in overtime, that first point. AHQ still have a lot of work ahead of them if they want to get towards second. Arhan's about to have another Blade. Toon, he already has a Pulse Bomb. To be fair, Crappy, who's had a really rough day in general, has been playing a lot better, I think, as the series has gone on. He really struggled against Blank in the first two maps, and then it got a little bit easier towards Horizon of the Colony, but another rough series, but seeming to come into his own towards the second half at both times.
I think he really learned his lesson. Stop rezzing Eric when he's way out of position, when he falls way out of position here. Nice pulse bomb came in. Dizzy gets taken out, and so Crappy's forced to use that res. Rapid answers in kind, but IDK has a res to answer for them, the side of Afreeca.
Dive's so deadly. For a team that hasn't really... Actually, I don't know how long they've been playing with this roster, but let's just assume a month. Their dive is really strong. Arhan and Attune together. The target calling is superb. You saw Dizzy get res and immediately jumped back up top of him and finished him off within a second of time. It looks like AF will continue to hold the payload here.
Yeah, they even got a D-mech onto Hehe as Hehe's now trying to work his way up towards another mech. Jin almost caught out, but he will be able to leap back to the safety of his team. Attune now on the lurk, on the high ground here. Got the flank onto the back line. He has the pulse bomb now, gets the stick, takes him out. The res does come out, though, and now AHQ starting to push forward.
So actually just causes them more of a loss than anything, because yeah, you forced out the res, but so did you, them out of you. But the thing is, Attune's too far up to be rezzed up. Meantime, Hidalgo gets himself a double kill with the self-destruct and the micro missiles. Transcendence coming in way late out of carries.
Yeah, they will be able to D-mech onto Ty Dala now, but the Primal Rage is used, taking out Crappy. Karis falls too. You know what, I love what AF are doing here. They're basically playing the clock, they're playing the payload, trying to stall them out for as long as possible, and they're winning up this team fight too.
Self-destruct not in the best of places. Be blocked out. Arhono was actually escaped that, by the way. He had his dash and his reflect up right when he died. Transcendence up for Lucid. IDK did use Valkyrie in the last fight, so Crappy's going to have that advantage. They have a lot of ultimates to use to commit since this last fight. The only downside is that Aron has a blade ready to go and he's coming back in from spawn. The window that they have to push in cleanly is closing, and so is the amount of time they have left remaining on this half.
Yeah, very tentative are AHQ on this approach. They have no information as everyone on the side of AF, they're just waiting, but there we go, over the top. Arhan tries to go in with the blade, he gets flashed up, taken out. That's the res coming in once again. Deadeye now this time deflect in his face though. Transcendence is going to be popped by Lucid here as we've got the Valkyrie on the opposite end for AHQ.
Someone's pushing the payload this entire time. There's one man on it. Finally, someone's going to head back and contest it. As you see, AF just wanting to have unrelenting aggression, constantly push back up, and they lost two people. Attune and Arhan have gone down. Jin's going to fall. This aggression that AF just used might work out against them, as his payload's going to inch ever so closely to the second point.
Yeah, overtime ticker now. As we do have AF trying to regroup here, but I don't know if they're going to be able to reinforce with a full 6 here. They might just give this up.
They don't have a Lucio. They should be able to touch it with someone. They have a Doofus now. Arhan switching over to this. 3 meters left. Will be contested in the last 2. You can see Rapid on the high ground. He's looking for some sort of pulse bomb to land.
Arhan dropping low on this Doomfist though. He will get healed right back on up. Their Transcendence is there for Karis though. Self-destruct doesn't connect onto anyone. But Ty Dala was able to safely make it back into his mech. Arhan trying his best. It's going to be Lucid though, taking out Rapid. Jin instantly healed back, but no one was on the point. So AHQ are going to keep this map alive. A minute 30 added onto their clock.
It's been a constant struggle for them, hitting overtime on the first point and hitting overtime on the second. And AF are going to continue to be aggressive here. This is going to be hard for them to pull off. AHQ have been able to get a lot more distance than maybe they should have been able. I don't know how far they'll get into third point though, because they've already been wiped after capturing second, so it's not like they can get any ground built up now. In terms of ultimates, yeah, Valkyrie soon. I mean, IDK and Crappy are kind of mistimed when it comes to monitoring each other's ults. That was a little bit of a punch coming out of Arhan, who's still sticking to the Doomfist. Has meter strike up. Oh. And Tune's going to lose the 1v1 against Rapid.
IDK comes in, gets the res off, but Jin has fallen, so he will not be able to come back alive, but that's a great meteor strike! Connects onto Crappy and Dizzy. 3 kills quickly going on over as Eric falls to that pulse bomb.
Oh, another kill too. Arhan, why aren't you not playing Doomfist more often, son? It's about 4 or 5 kills in that mix that just happened. 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, but how many of them were with Blade?
I mean, if you hit quick enough with a fist, it's kind of like a blade.
Yeah, just cut through them with the fist that pierced the heavens. Just mixing up all.
Post him up for Rapid. Arhan goes a little bit too deep. Maybe just because he doesn't have the escape mechanism why he's not playing the Genji or not playing the Doomfist more often. We're gonna eventually come in. Self-destruct be used as well. Are they gonna be able to escape from this? Dizzy. Be careful not to peek around the corner too much. Overtime now will tick away. Crappy trying to back off. He doesn't have that Valkyrie being used. Does have the damage and healing amp for everyone on the team that's close enough. And it looks like AF have to get up some ground, but look at the ultimates they have now to push them back.
It's also in overtime. The longer this goes on, the faster that, you know, overtime ticker will burn away here. So yeah, both support ultimates along with the Primal Rage and the Pulse Bomb. So I mean, it could just come down to just Jin with the Primal Rage just batting everyone off the payload there.
killing Crappy, who's about to half HP. Just smacking them left and right with this giant fist being healed up by the Transcendence, jumping directly in towards Carries on the Zen.
Yeah.
And Carries will follow Jin again, proving why he's on this roster with a nice little double kill there. And that should close out this half.
Jin just trying to do his best Doomfist performance impersonation on that Winston.
Because the Doomfist is like a physical item, right?
Yeah, the gauntlet.
What if you took the gauntlet and put it on Winston?
Can it fit though? We've seen.
I like to imagine that the gauntlet, it can conform to anyone's fist.
It's not magic, Jason. It's technology.
Are we looking at the same game?
What magic are we talking about?
Floating Omnics? Flying
Yes.
people?
They have floating cars, so why can't the Omnics float?
Okay.
Boom.
All right.
lawyered. Lawyered.
Oh, a base on the moon?
How is that magic? That is pure science. I mean, at some
Part of
point it
magic
is science
is
fiction.
alchemy is science.
No,
and
okay,
magic.
so
Alchemy
what
is
you
both.
really need to go for there was, yep, base on the moon. How did they get artificial gravity onto that base? See?
That's not magic.
But how did they? We don't have the artificial gravity mechanism quite yet, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that doesn't mean it's magic.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the window you have to. Okay, why am I now arguing for
I don't know how
magic?
we reverse sides here on this, but I'll take it because I think I'm on the winning side.
This is just
It's
how
like
debate
the
works,
new
isn't it?
Instagram like story filters. I don't know if you use it.
No, I
You have
don't.
like so you use like stories like Snapchat, right? And you can put like a filter thing over it where you have like two options. You vote yes or no, and people can vote on it like live. It's like who's right in this situation. Take a picture, put it on my Instagram. You know, you can follow it, and then you can vote yes or no to see whose side they believe in.
Yeah, but inherently it's just imbalanced. 'Cause people have different amount of followers.
I have like 3 Instagram followers.
That's a lie.
Okay,
That's a
4.
lie. There it is.
All right, second half, AHQ looking to take a map in the series. Only taking 1 map today, and that was against a blank in their final map. And AF been just honestly looking unstoppable. They don't even need to finish the map here to do this, and they get a D-suit onto Hehe off the bat.
That's great. They don't even need to follow up on the kill. The tank is gone. They just need to actually focus everyone else on the side of AHQ now.
Time travel. Magic?
They haven't explained that yet. They don't know why that is. But there we go. Karis comes in, lines up with some great headshots, forcing out the res from IDK.
Resurrecting
and already
someone.
Attune comes in, getting the kill onto Rapid, and now Afreeca Freecs. They're poised to take point A.
Yeah, looking pretty solid for them.
Yeah,
Down
res
to
is a little
2.
bit of magic.
Yeah, right? Isn't that magic? Isn't that how, like...
Somehow the nanobots, there's a reason for it. I don't understand
So there's, like,
it.
nanobots in everyone? It's like an episode of Teen Titans where Slade put nanobots inside every one of the Titans.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I was watching
And,
that
like,
in Denver.
Robin,
I think.
if,
Were
like-
you watching that in Denver also?
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's like if
Yeah.
Robin disobeys Slade, then Slade like punishes his friends, but then he's like, "Well, I know how invaluable I am to you, and I'll put the bots in me." And I don't know, something about friendship. I don't know anything about that. I don't have friends. AF though, 5.5 minutes to work with. Infosite going to be used yet again, as you can see. Attune being pushed, immediately reading into Hehe, already about to be demeched again. Does escape this time, but oh my lord, the headshots coming out of Attune.
Yeah, and Arhan had the perfect follow-up damage there. The dash along with the shurikens to finish him off. This payload not being contested at all as Jin finds a kill onto Karis, and Crappy's just going to go ahead and hold on to the res and just regroup with the rest of his team.
Like
Never
how
mind, he
Attune's like
pops it.
behind. I like how Attune's behind them. It's like they
Yeah.
traded positions on the map.
But why is Crappy also behind them?
Don't know. It's really hard to explain some of this. It's magic, Jamerson. It's magic.
like on Volskaya, we understand when, you know, the offensive and defensive positions get transposed because like they swap around, and like also
So-
here on point A of King's Row.
On King's Row, first point, Flash Wolves did a really interesting strat on OPC where they actually flanked around through the houses, not hotel.
Yeah.
Completely behind the enemy team, and they just reversed sides. So like they were attacking from the defending side, and the defending team were defending from the attacking side. It was the weirdest thing ever. But not as weird as AF just completely steamrolling this first and second point so far. HQ, they do have another Deadeye. Dizzy's been really slow, really hesitant to use these Deadeyes.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to be a big playmaker
He does
with
find
them.
good windows with it. We've seen all series long that he's been able to find these windows, but now the window is closing. 4 minutes on the clock as
Oh.
AF are rounding this bend. Rapid with follow-up damage onto Haron, taking him out, but here's the blade after the res. The Deadeye comes out. That puts him just... He can't go anywhere, right? As he's channeling it right now. The deflect not quite there, but finally the follow-up damage is with the help of Jin. They will take out Dizzy, and with that, AF, they have 5 minutes and 10 seconds just to push this another 43 meters.
That's such a terrible feeling if you're Dizzy there. It's like
Yeah.
you just died to Blade and you get res. Like, come on. Just let me stay dead. It's not going to help. Well, you do have post one from Rapid, and that's going to be the saving grace. He as well. A good self-destruct could turn this around, but they have to defend for 5 minutes. And again, AF don't even need to finish the map. Just have to get to the golden checkbox, which is just right around the corner from where they currently are. Payload getting ever so close that they need to see some sort of contest. Rapid post bomb away, but he's not going to connect.
Oh, the self-destruct sent straight into Dizzy's face, but it's Jin coming up with the double kill. We'll see if Crappy has the proper res. Pulse Bomb comes out. They're going to get the DMEC very shortly here as Eric's trying his best to stall this out with that Primal Rage, but it doesn't matter as the resurrections are there for IDK. He's even got the Valkyrie form. Got a second res to find Lucid, I believe, but now Arhan with the blade taking out Eric.
There.
Just waits it out. That's a patient last slash to take out Rapid, and with that, AF with their second 4-0 victory of the day.
I didn't know Blizzard made a turret defense game where you're just Genji on top of a payload who just swipe the entire time. Maybe it's like the next virtual reality game. Get some VR from Blizzard soon.
Or just a mini game.
Or
I want
mini
more
game.
mini games, yeah.
Joker Town is fun. So I like the PvE events. I like to go for like world records with them. I had one for Uprising with like Tvik,
Uprising was
Bayless,
great, yeah.
and I think it was Swoosh. We had the #1 world record for a while, and then we lost it because we took a break. But AF, a perfect 8-0 today for them.
Yeah.
2-0 in matches, 8-0 in maps.
I'm pretty sure this basically just secures them.
Yeah, pretty sure. I don't know. Thing is, we don't know where, because as you explained yesterday,
Yeah.
the teams MY, Miraculous Youngster, 1246, GC Basana Runaway, all randomly get picked in an order to choose who they want to play against in their quarterfinal matchup.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting to see if any of the Korean teams might want to take AF.
Yeah. Seeding not as important here, is just making it out of groups and AF getting closer and closer. I think, I don't know, I need confirmation on this, but just a map win in the next match basically secures it for them.
Well, yeah.